Hi guys. Please excuse the frizziness of my hair today. Um, I'm soon about to be securing a wig on my head because I'm not about to constantly keep dealing with this frizziness. But anyway, hi YouTube. How y'all doing today? My true tribe. I love y'all. How y'all doing? It's been a little while since I posted something. I decided to get a few new videos together for you guys. So here I am. So it's a hot one today. So as y'all see, I'm sitting here with a pair of shirts and stuff on because it's hot. Okay. I just had a pair of tights on and it was too hot. I had to take them off. And yo, I got this lump on my knee and it hurt. I don't know where it came from. I think I had to like I think I was scrubbing or something and I was on my knees and I didn't wear my knee pads. I think that's probably where it came from. I need to wear my knee pads more often now. Like I keep forgetting. But anyway, that's not what this video is about, y'all. Today I'm gonna talk about vacationing. I just scratched myself, y'all. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about vacationing. So I'm going to. This is a video on what are 5 vacation spots that I have taken already and enjoyed my stay. So I have been to a number of different cities outside of Philadelphia. If you're part of the tribe, you know I'm from Philly. But I'm just gonna talk about 5 today. And I'm going to put out another video um, one day, I'm not sure when, of 5 places I want to go. But this video today is going to be me talking about 5 places that I've been already. And just like doing a rundown and talking about it and everything and talking about what I like, if I didn't like something, what I didn't like, whatever. So, the first place that I'm going to talk about is Virginia. I went to Virginia to see a few of my cousins. My mom went first. She went to go see them and like stayed with them for a few days and everything. And when she told me about how it was when she went, she was like, "Oh, it's too quiet. It's just way too quiet." And I was just like, "Mom, we always complain about how loud it is in the hood. What do you mean it's too quiet?" And she was like, "It's just too quiet." She's like, "You know how them scary movies are when it's just really too quiet, and usually when it's too quiet like that, something crazy gonna happen." And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "That's kind of how it is." And I was like, hmm. But when I went, y'all, I realized exactly what she was saying. And a number of people was telling me that everything is like far away. Like if you want to go somewhere, if you want to go to the store, if you want to go to the market, if you want to go anywhere, 9 times out of 10, if you don't have a car, you're gonna have a hard time getting around. So, um, I went for myself to find out. I went to go see my cousins. And my cousins, they had cars and stuff, and I stayed with them like my mom did. So I wasn't worried about like driving anywhere because if y'all are already a part of the Truth Tribe, y'all already know like Ruth don't drive right now. But not to say that I'll never get my license because it's a possibility that one day I might decide to go ahead and get that job. But yeah, I don't want to get it right now though. And actually, I'm going to do a video on that. On why I don't drive and why I feel like people should stop pressing for people like me to drive. Because, like, I really do feel like people should really stop trying to pressure people to get their license. I mean, pressuring a person that truly feels like it's not for them, it could be putting them in a very dangerous position and spot. And, you're not even paying no attention to that fact that you just are pressuring them. Like, that's not good. So, I'm going to do a video on that one day. Shoot, I might do this video today. I don't know. But anyway, whether or not I do that video today, y'all will find out when y'all see it. But what I'm going to do right now is continue to talk about when I went to Virginia. So, my people, they lived in Virginia Beach and Suffolk. So, I went on the train, and my cousins, they picked me up from the train station. And a few things that I peeped from being down there is that definitely, my mom was definitely right when she said it's too quiet, because honest to goodness, like, throughout the night of me sleeping, like, I was just like, this is weird, because it was literally no noise, none, nothing, but the cars driving by, and that sounds suspect. I don't know why, but it did. um it was definitely very, very quiet. Like, there was no pin dropping. Like, you couldn't even hear people walking around. So I definitely understood when I went there exactly what my mom was talking about. Also, I understood when I went there what everybody was talking about, saying that everything is like far away from each other, because like anytime I wanted to go anywhere, I literally had to get my cousins to drive me, because nothing was walking distance. Nothing. Okay. So, but I did peep how sweet and how nice and how generous people seem to be in Virginia. And I did peep that. I did like that. But I was like, yeah, I'm definitely a city girl. And Virginia it doesn't really seem like it's for city girls. So, with that being the case, like, I was actually thinking for a moment about possibly living in Virginia. But I was like, I can't get from point A to point B because I don't drive, and I'm not about to get my license just because I move in there. No. And I was like, I don't know nobody besides my cousins, so if I'm out living around them, I would have to get to know people real quick, which I don't have no problem with, but I don't know. So that was a short story about that one, because I didn't stay long. I think I stayed about 2 or 3 days with them. I didn't stay long, and it wasn't like a lot to do or like an eventful trip. It was more so like I was just staying with family and just hanging with them for a little while, just trying to get out of Philly for a bit. So that's the first place that I've already gone to, and I enjoyed that trip. Okay, so we'll do Atlantic City next. Now, y'all, I'm gonna disclose something that I typically don't tell anybody except for like my girlfriends and guys that I date. Even though I didn't always feel this way, I have grown to not necessarily like Atlantic City that much anymore, to the point I don't really want to go anymore. Here's why. Not to say I'll never go to Atlantic City again, because I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, if I was to go, it would probably be just probably spur of the moment, or if it's convenient for some reason. But other than that, I'm probably not going to go if it's in Atlantic City, because I have been to Atlantic City so many times, y'all. Now, like I said, I'm from Philly. So when you think about the closest ocean to Philly, Atlantic City. Because DC, Ocean City, Maryland, which is going to be another place that I'm going to be talking about in this video, that's like 5 or 6 hours away from Philadelphia. And then Virginia, if I'm not mistaken, is probably around about the same time, because like even though it's been years, I think I remember around about, it was about 3 or 4 hours on the train, and if I would have had somebody drive me, I think it would have been about 5 or 6 hours. So Atlantic City is like the best and closest spot to go to when you're from Philly. So go figure, that's typically major reason why I've been to Atlantic City so much. I've been there with my schools that I used to go to. I've been there with ex-boyfriends that I used to date. I've been there a lot with my mom, because my mom used to always take us to go shopping. She would take us to just have some vacation time and get away for a while and stuff like that. So like, it's been a number of times that we've been there so much that I've just kind of like felt like it's kind of played out for me now. Like, I'm gonna just name a few sporadic times that we went. So for our graduation trip from high school, we went to Atlantic City. We went swimming, we went all over the place to these different, like the Ripley's Believe It or Not spot and stuff like that, places that was just like eventful spots to go to. We went to the Boardwalk Arcade. We rode in the bumper cars. Yes, y'all, I rode in the bumper cars even though I don't drive, and was bumping into everybody. Listen, we're not about to talk about that right now. But anyway, we rode bumper cars. Whole bunch of stuff. What else? Ate at plenty of different restaurants, buffets that was really good too. Nice variety of food and stuff. We've also went to a number of shows. Like, I remember back then they used to have Elvis. They used to have Dolly Parton. Who else? It was a number of other imitating performers, celebrity performers, that they used to have do lineups. They had an imitator for Michael Jackson too when we used to go. So lately, I haven't went to any of that because I feel so played out going to stuff like that. But that's the type of stuff we, used to do when we went. Like, another reason probably why I feel like I'm kind of played out with the Atlantic City situation too is because, like, all of my memories from the people that I thought was my friends, a lot of them was in Atlantic City. Like, for instance, my ex-girlfriend, I'm going to name her Blue. I talked about her. She was somebody that I had grew up with. I used to call her my sister. She used to call my mom. I used to call her mom. She used to always stay with us when we were younger, until we graduated high school. And then I noticed how she flipped on us. And one of the times when she went in, like, a lot of times she would go to Atlantic City with us, because a lot of times when we went on vacation, like, she was our family, she would go with us, even though she never respected us like we was her family. Really, she was using us the whole time. But anyway, regardless of that, one of the times that we went, I think it was one of the first times that we went, because we was real young. I think it was like 11 or 12. We went to the beach. We was hanging out, playing in the water and stuff like that. And then we created like this little time capsule piece thing where we put some of the things that we had. I think I had a ring. Like, not no, like diamond ring or nothing like that. Probably like one of them little plastic rings or whatever, kid stuff. And I don't think we wrote any letters, but I think we just put a few keepsakes in there, and we buried it on the beach. And sadly, even though she and I don't speak anymore, I always, usually, not always, but most of the time, think of every time I see that beach, where did we bury that stuff at? And what did we bury? I don't even remember what we buried. But anyway, I just think of stuff like that, and it just be kind of like irritating and hurtful sometimes, because it's like, it be making me sad sometimes when I think about, you know how I thought I had good friends until by default I came to find out I didn't have good friends, and that was a hurt piece. So, a lot of times when I think about that, it just kind of bothers me a bit. But anyways, so that's gonna sum up the Atlantic City. So Atlantic City's the second place. The first place was Virginia. The third place that I've been to already and I really enjoyed, is Washington, D.C. Okay, so I went to Washington, D.C. a while ago too. Probably like 4 years, 5 years ago now. And I went to hang out with someone that I had been talking to, like, from off the internet. Now, mind you, I don't usually do that. I've done it a number of times though. But I don't usually do that. Like, this is not something I always do. But this is one time where I was doing that. And believe it or not, most of the guys that try to talk to me over social media, I don't pay them any mind. But this particular person that I did meet over the internet, we had been talking for a couple of years, like a year and a half or something like that, or at least a year. I know we had been talking for quite some time before we actually decided to see each other in person. And when I first went, I was a little upset because he was late. I think I had to wait like 2 or 3 hours for him. Because, see, I was coming from Philly, he was coming from Virginia. And I had to wait for him to, get there. He was driving and I had came on a train. So I had to wait in the train station until he got there. So when he got there, of course, he bought me something to eat, put some money in my pocket. We hung out. We went to a number of different nice restaurants. It's some really good, tasty places to eat at. Like, we even went to this place where they have like these bowls where it's all healthy stuff, all 100% vegan, natural foods, no fillers, none of that. It was so good, y'all. Like, all of the food that we had was good. Like, we had the bowls, the vegan bowls. We had some pizza, bunch of other stuff that I can't even remember right now because it's been a while. But anyways, we really had a ball. Like, it was really nice vibing and hanging out and meeting some people that was from Washington, D.C. too. People seem to be a nice vibe there, just like in Virginia. People seem to be very friendly, very chill, very cool, not too hyperactive and crazy like in Philly. And yeah, if we didn't go at a time where it was kind of cold, then we would have had more fun. Because I remember when my friend and I that I had met up with, when we were out, he was like, he wanted to go to like a day party or something like that. But I was like, but I'm cold though. Me and the cold, we don't mix. I'm a summer baby, and I guess that explains it all, because I like it better when it's hot than when it's cold. I'm gonna just put it like that. Like, I don't like it extremely boiling hot, like humidity on 1,000. But like it is right now, even though I need this fan to be closer to me because it's kind of hot. But like it is right now, I only have the fan on and I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? I might go in the other room where the air conditioner is and rock with that for a little bit. But for the most part, with me, I'm a person that really, I appreciate the warmer temperatures. I do. So I feel like that's what made our trip to the point where it could have been more fun when we went to Washington D.C. Well, when I went to Washington D.C., but I was hanging out with my friend. But it ended up not being as much fun as it could have been because it kind of got cut short because it was cold, and I couldn't take the cold. But I'm pretty sure when I do go back to Washington D.C. that I'll be able to find some different things that I'll already know that I can do before I get there. That way, I should be able to have more fun. It should be a lot more exciting and interesting. I did get to see like the White House and what's that other building? That long skinny building. I forget what it's called, but I did get to see sightsee a lot. We went around to different areas, and we did a lot of sightseeing. So it was definitely fun and it was enjoyable. And I actually have memorabilia from all the places that I went to, except for Atlantic City. I don't have no keychain for Atlantic City, and that is weird because I've went to Atlantic City so much, and it's weird that well, not always, but for quite some time, collected keychains, and it's weird that I never collected a keychain from Atlantic City. But Atlantic City and Virginia, I believe, is the only city so far that I visited that I haven't gotten a collectible keychain from. But I do have one from Washington, D.C. That's Washington's right there. And I do have one I don't have one for Atlantic City. I do have one for Ocean City. I told y'all about no, I didn't tell y'all about the Ocean City one yet. So this is the Ocean City keychain. It says Ocean City, Maryland right there. Y'all can't see it, but it's on there. And let's see, I told y'all about Atlantic City. I told y'all about Washington, D.C. I told y'all about Virginia. Now, Ocean City. Now, Ocean City, Maryland is one of the last 444, y'all. Angel number 444. I forget what that specific number means, but it's always interesting to me when I see consecutive, numbers. But anyway, getting back on focus. Ocean City is one of the last places that I've went to. Now, my boyfriend that I'm with now is the person that I went to Ocean City with. Now, I actually have been to Ocean City twice because my boyfriend and I that I'm with now, he and I went to Ocean City, and that was about maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe, give or take. Okay? But I also went to Ocean City quite a number of years ago. I think I was about 21. So I'm about to be 32 now? Or am I already 32? About to be 33. I'm about to be 33. So it's probably like over 10 years ago. I had an old friend that I used to, be friends with and be cool with. He had randomly hit me up one day and was like, "You want to ride with me to Ocean City, Maryland, to the beach?" I was like, "Sure." And he picked me up, and we went and we rode to Ocean City Beach. Ocean City, Maryland Beach. We sat out in the sun. We got in the water a little bit, hung out, and then came right back to Philly. But when I went with my boyfriend that I'm with now, a few weeks ago, we was there for 2 days. Now, I definitely enjoyed my stay, but the problem is we weren't there long enough. First of all, we weren't planning on going and staying, so we didn't have any luggage. I didn't have any change of clothes. I had to buy new stuff. Also, because we didn't have enough time, I see that they had a water park. We couldn't go there. I see that they had a bunch of different shops that I could have just went and just looked around and just checked some things out. We couldn't do that. We went on the beach, but I couldn't get in the water because it was a little too chilly. But if we go there now, it's not chilly, so I'll definitely get in the water this time. Um, and we did get in the pool also, but same thing. I dipped in there one time and it got right back out because I was too cold. But I was to go there now. I know it's nice and toasty outside, so I won't have that problem. I heard that they had a safari, but I don't know if that's true or not, or if I was just hearing things. But I did hear that they had one. It's like a bunch of different things. They like Ocean City looks so fun. Like being there just for that little bit of time, it was fun. And I was like kind of sad when I knew we had to leave. So, and I liked the hotel. The hotel was nice. It had like a kitchenette in there, so if you wanted to cook your own food, you could, which we didn't because we was only there for like a couple of hours. But if we go next time, if we had some food so that I can make something, I just might. I don't know. Since the kitchen's there, we might stay for a few days. If we got some groceries, I might go ahead and cook up something. Never know. But yeah, so it was like very enjoyable, very fun. That's another place. Ocean City was another place where everybody seemed pretty chill, pretty calm, pretty laid back, pretty relaxed, not rude, not acting like they don't want to speak to nobody, they don't want to talk to nobody like they be in Philly. It was pretty enjoyable, and I would say from Virginia to Atlantic City to Washington, D.C. to Ocean City, Maryland, and the last place that I'm about to talk about, Vegas, I would go back to all except for Atlantic City. And like I said, I'm not saying that I'll never go back to Atlantic City. Y'all, my knee hurts so bad. But I'm not saying I'll never go back to Atlantic City, but I'm just saying that I've been there so much that I just really don't see the need in going back when I've done everything and I've been everywhere that I feel like is actually enjoyable and fun. So, last but not least, Las Vegas, Nevada. So, when I went to Las Vegas, y'all, I had so much fun. I did. I had so much fun. I definitely want to go back to Vegas. But I want to make sure when I go back to Vegas that I got a lot more money than I had the last time that I went. Because, yo, I don't know if y'all seen my video, but if y'all haven't seen it, go back and watch that, John. I might hook it onto this at the end of the video, put it on the end. But just in case I forget, y'all just look it up. It's in there. It's called How I Brought Into Fruition My Trip to Las Vegas, something like that. Or how I got to have my dream trip to Las Vegas, something like that. I put it. So I have like a lot of the pictures and details in that. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to read something while I'm talking to y'all. You know what? I'm starting to really seriously realize, but so many of us enlightened children are so hard-headed that we probably never going to listen. But I feel like we need to start linking up because it's a disconnect, and the only reason why there's a disconnect is because the enlightened ones is only connected to the dark ones. If we connect to other enlightened ones, we bring more light. If we stay to ourselves, we only can light up a certain amount. I think the light workers needs to link up. What do you think? When we are alone, we do wonderful, great things, but we can do more when we come together. It's just so hard to trust because people are so finicky and fake. It's tough out here. Oh, y'all, I had to check and see which one of these comments is getting a lot of likes. I had commented on one of my favorite people to watch on YouTube. Yes, y'all, sometimes I do watch YouTube myself. I watch myself, and I also watch a number of YouTubers that I find very intriguing. This one YouTuber that I'm talking about right now, her name is Exo Michaela. Shout out to Exo Michaela. I love you, girl. Anyway, I had made a comment on one of her videos. Um, Her video that's called "The World Needs to Talk Fast, Discernment, and Minding Your Spiritual Business." I That comment that y'all heard me reading, that was my comment that I put up there, and it got 19 likes, including a like from Miss Michaela herself. Hey. So that's what I was checking out. But anyway, I just got a little sidetracked. But anyway, going back to what I was talking about. So my trip to Las Vegas, if y'all watched the video or if you didn't, just give y'all a little recap. I always kind of felt like I wanted to go to Vegas because I've always like seen the commercials, seen the advertisements, heard people talking about it, and I've always had an interest in going. But honestly, I kind of did feel like I couldn't afford it because I knew I didn't have that much money at the time. So one day I had seen that someone that I was Facebook friends with had made a comment. She's somebody that was from my mom's neighborhood where I grew up at, that I used to always say hi to. And like she would say hi to me too. So we were just hi and bye. I don't even know how we ended up with each other's social media, but all we did was just say hi and bye. So I really didn't expect that much from her anyway. But regardless, this girl had put out a disclaimer basically saying that, oh, she needed somebody to go with her on an all expense paid to Vegas. And I didn't know whether she was serious or not. So I had shot her a message and I was like, I'm not sure if you're serious or not. But I saw the message about Vegas and I'm trying to find out, like, are you serious? And if you're serious, like, what do a person need to go? And she never even gave me the common courtesy or respect to even respond back and say, oh, I was just joking. Nothing. So I was like, okay, this girl is not going to stop me from being able to take a trip to Vegas, especially when I really just had a whole vision of me being there as soon as I read her post. So I was like, it's a way that I got to figure this way out. It's a way that I could get to Vegas. So, to try to make a long story short, I ended up talking to my best friend. And she, I was talking to her and I was like, have you ever been to Vegas? And she's like, no, because I know she had been a lot of places. She's even been out of the country. I've never been out of the country before. She's even been out of the country. So I thought that she maybe had been to Vegas already. And she was like, no, I've never been to Vegas. I was like, oh, because I was wondering, do you think it would be a good idea for us to go to Vegas together? Maybe, put our money together, go half and half and go. And she was like, I'll think about it. She was like, because I definitely never been to Vegas before, and it might really be fun. So yeah, I'm gonna think about it. So she thought about it. She decided we're gonna go. We ended up going, and we had a ball. Okay, we had a great time. Even though I didn't have that much money at the time, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was a little slightly upset because I didn't have all the money and everything that I wanted to have so that I could be able to do more. But regardless of that, we were able to have so much fun and so much excitement and enjoyment regardless of what money we had. Like, for instance, my girlfriend, she had booked the room for the amount of days that we were supposed to be there. And that was the first problem that we had, because the hotel that she booked the room in, we get to Vegas, that hotel is closed. Now, the time that we went to Vegas was right in the middle of the pandemic, but it was I think the second year. It wasn't the first year, it was the second year. So I think that probably also had another thing to do with the reason behind, the hotel that she had booked for us not being open. But when we touched down in Vegas, she found another hotel that we can afford to go to, and she booked that. It was a real simple hotel. She said the one that she had originally booked the room for was more extravagant. It's a lot prettier, but it was closed. So when we got to the hotel and everything. The hotel was pretty simple, pretty basic. But them beds, child, them beds was very comfortable. I can honestly say that's one thing that I definitely noticed. Like when we got to the hotel, the beds were very comfortable. I was like, yes, I could definitely feel myself taking a nice sleep in these beds. So, you know, took a little snooze or whatever. We went out. We had like so much food. We went to a bunch of different places that had food, and we ate at different locations, different places. I had this lobster macaroni and cheese. I can't eat that now. I really don't need to be eating that stuff now. But that's what I had. One of the things that I had, like to just give y'all an idea, the kind of stuff that I was eating. And then we got blessed in the middle of our vacation, and we met this guy. We didn't know him. He didn't know us, but he clicked with us. Um, Actually, my best friend met him first. She said that I think she went to work out and she met him in there and they started talking and everything. And she told him why she was there. You know, he told her why he was there. Basically, he was in Vegas for a trip that was for business, because he like did some kind of music promoting or something, to the point where he was from Atlanta, and he would fly people, like he'd fly people to different places to be able to do research and whatever. And so that's what he was there for. Come to find out later that this guy that we had linked up with and got cool with, he had a couple of people that was supposed to be joining him on this business vacation trip that ended up not being able to come. So he ended up feeling generous, which was so nice and so sweet. He ended up allowing me and my best friend to stay in one of the rooms, the extra rooms that he had already paid for. It was already settled. It was already set. He let us stay in one of them. So we ended up staying a little bit longer. I think about a day or two longer than we planned on staying. So I think we originally had the trip for like 2-3 days, but I think it extended to about 4 or 5 days, somewhere around that. We were supposed to do the zip line, but I was too scared. And my girlfriend wanted to do the zip line, but she didn't really even want to wait that long behind line. But we did get to do the Million Mile High bowl, where like they have this clear bowl. Of course it has the floor. The floor is not clear, but clear all around the sides of the bowl, where literally the ball goes all the way up in the air, and you can see 360 all over Las Vegas. It was so pretty, y'all. It was so beautiful. I'm sorry, y'all, I had to scratch. It was so beautiful, y'all. It was like a very, 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 very nice view. It was scary at first, I'm not gonna lie, but being as though I had finally taken my first plane ride, first 2 plane rides, because it took 2 plane rides to get there and get back. So it's 4 plane rides to be technical. But being as though I had been able to do that, it made it a lot easier for me to just like be able to calm down while I was in that thing looking around. But it was very nice. It was very like, wow. What else did we do? Did a little shopping, eating. What else did we do? We did a number of things. It was just a while ago. I just can't think of everything. But so yeah, y'all, that's the end of that. 40 minutes, that's not bad. I kind of wanted it to be like an hour. Since I was talking about 5 different places, I wanted it to be roughly about an hour. But it's okay. 40 minutes is not bad. So guys, If you guys like this kind of content, if you guys would like me to bring more content like this to this channel, just let me know. Place a comment in the comment section, and I can do that for you. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And make sure you become a part of the Truth Tribe. Why not? It's cool over here. See y'all next time. Bye.